One.
Hello, good afternoon everyone. So on behalf of Nippon India Mutual Fund, we would like to welcome you on this special episode of Wealth of Success. So it's the industry first initiative by Nippon India Mutual Fund, wherein we are interacting with the top partners in the country whose journey is in itself an inspiration for a lot of people. Their learning can be used for a lot of us to build up the business in future. A lot of our budding entrepreneurs, budding partners can really learn from the journey of one of the top partners like Mr. Viksit Rohatgi of Blue Sabhi Financial Services. So, Mr. Viksit Rohatgi, good afternoon. How are you doing, sir?
Good afternoon, Simon. Thank you so very much for this opportunity.
Most welcome, sir. It's a pleasure for all of us to interview you on this program. So, we'd like to take certain insights from you. First of all, we all know that your journey has been an inspirational journey for the partners, and we'd like to know from you how did the journey start and how it went ahead and what has been your journey till now?
It's been a long journey, Simon. My professional career, the current profession, has been there since 1995, which is about 25 years. Prior to that, I have a stint of about 5 years is for my then passion, that was sales.
Right.
So I worked for leading consumer sales company, consumer product company under the sales for 5 years. I'm just a graduate. At that point in time, I was a graduate in 1990 from the Delhi University. Graduated in commerce stream. Father, being a banker, ex-State Bank of India employed, he wanted me to pursue the banking. Was very keen to appear for the probationary officer's exam. But then as I had my own dreams I want to take upon something challenging, and so I pursued the sales career. 5 years I worked there, and then as a thought came to my mind is that why don't I do something on my own. So it was then as I quit the job, and then as I started searching for a new occupation for myself, and accidentally landed up in the current profession. So that's been the journey. So since those last 30 years, I have taken a lot of professional qualifications as well. Learning has also been a passion for me. While in sales, I did my diploma in marketing and sales through evening classes. Then when I landed up in this profession, I did my courses into taxation, brief courses on portfolio management. Then obviously I did my AMFI certification. Then I did IA level 1, IA level 2. And also as I did upon a lot of courses as executive courses from business schools of repute like ISB. So this has been the journey.
Fantastic to learn that. I know that, sir. So for everyone there is some source of inspiration, and we all are inspired, and similarly in your case also. So what has been the biggest inspiration for you in life, or who has been the biggest inspiration for you?
Well, there have been a lot of people who have inspired me in the life. I can't just miss out any one of those people. It would be unfair. Initial part of my career is when I was pursuing the sales career. It was my maternal uncle, my mama. So he was my mentor, and he was a main source of inspiration for me. Then when I landed up in this current profession, then how can I forget the contributions of late Shri S.L. Kheraji in my life, whom I admire and respect, love a lot. He's been like a people का पेड़. उनके साथ बैठ के हमेशा मुझे लर्निंग मिली. मेरे करंट प्रोफेशन में is whatever is an in depth. I don't have words to say. So he's been a mentor is for me pursuing this profession. Then is my wife, of course. So who has stood by me all tough times. And she has been an inspiration for me there have been in tough times. She always encouraged me to be a fighter, to fight. Try to look upon on opportunities in those testing times. Then on personal investing and personal finances, since I read a lot, Lynch, I'm a great admirer for him. Red Alio. Then as on investing is I'm a great follower for Mr. Rakesh Jhunjhunwala and Mr. Damani.
So, sir, my next question to you is that we live in a dynamic environment where the world is changing very very fast. So, what has been your learning so far as the your journey goes in the industry over so many years?
Learning is respect time.
Okay.
Life never remains the same. Life has all ups and downs of which come across. Time would never remain the same. Your journey would never be smooth. There would be hiccups. So what one must do is adapt and change with time. One need to anticipate is what lies ahead, and then is try to be ahead of the curve. I can give you number of such instances is how I have benefited following this respect to time. When I started my career way back in 1995, this used to be a industry which was there for simple products, like you have corporate deposits, and so there is the upfront commissions were too high. Right? Then came upon mutual fund. 1995, if I remember correctly, was the beginning of the mutual fund industry in its true sense in India. But then as we used to shun away from mutual funds because of this vested interest of commission earnings. There was hardly any upfront commissions and peanuts of trails.
Yeah.
Right? So it used to be very high on the other traditional products. But then as I envisaged is that going forward the future is mutual fund industry. Right? So it's not the quantum of commission which would drive growth for us, it is the quantum, the volumes that would drive growth for us. Right, so I took on to mutual funds as way back 96, 97. Though it was very tough adaptation.
Yes.
But then as I adapted to mutual funds.
Early days.
Early days. Then again in mutual funds is like those point in time, there used to be an upfront entry load and an upfront brokerage. This entry load used to be passed on to us. Right. So I have been fighting with the industry since 2002 that do away with this upfront load, right? Give me the commission in the form of trails, and I was used to keep shut and sit alone, right? The fund managers or the marketing team, the marketing guys, they used to say, Viksit, यार ये बगावत क्यों फैला रहा है industry में? You keep shut, right? So finally, yes, 2008, the entry loads were abolished, and then came down the model of all trail commissions. Now, and then you look upon on the way is what this industry was in 95, 96 or 97, what it became in 2000, 2001, and then the volumes it used to derive in 2008, and then volumes which were derived pre-COVID. Also, is respecting time helped me during this time of COVID. See, I am modest. I would accept. I would accept my shortcomings as well. This COVID time has taught me a lot of good things. As I have been avoiding technology on the front end. Right? I have been using on the back end as the technology the best way. Right? But on the front end, I was always reluctant. I had quote unquote this thought in my mind that why using technology on the front end, this would encourage clients to go do it yourself in a direct plan. Right? But this COVID time, this taught me that I was wrong. I have to use the technology on the front end as well.
Yes.
When I adopted to this then my life during the COVID time and my relationship with my investors became very, very easy. Like I kept on working despite the COVID hard times. So one must learn to respect time.
Okay. And two success mantras which you follow.
Well, there have been many mantras. But first and the foremost, which I would say is have self-belief, believe in yourself, be confident. Right? Have your dreams, have your aspirations, but be confident of yourself that you would be able to achieve them. you draw down a path, right? Create your own way. Don't be afraid of experimenting. Try to do things differently from others. What would go wrong here? Nothing. And never afraid of going wrong. Right? Learn from your mistakes. That is the first step to success. So that's been my mantra.
So, any message for the budding mutual fund distributors who are going to be inspired by you, and many of them already take your inspiration from you? So, any message which you have for the viewers and the budding mutual fund distributors?
Simant, I simply have to say is what I recently said is believe in yourself, have confidence. This is one. Secondly, what I would suggest is to all the fellow MFDs is try to inculcate is this you can say the process or the philosophy of creating trust with your clients. Right? Be transparent. Disclose your vested interest of commission earnings to the clients. Don't just keep upon your vested interest first. Keep the client's interest supreme. Work for the client. Look upon for his investment needs and try to suggest him solutions which you find would be the best. Be honest. Be honest to yourself and to the client, as well as be honest to yourself. To yourself.
Thank you very much, sir, and thanks for your time. It's been wonderful interacting with you, and I'm pretty confident that the viewers will really benefit out of the interaction which we had and the words of wisdom which you shared with all of us.
So very much, Simon, for this opportunity. Let me also take few moments of the viewers and tell them as this is a great time for all of us to be motivated. There is lot of fear among in the industry on the regulation with the changing norms. I simply have to say is last 25 years this industry has changed. Regulations have changed a lot. Always remember, do not fight or do not think otherwise for the regulator. Have respect for the regulator. C is centric to our proposition, including the regulator is the client. All of us have to watch and work towards client's best interests. Regulator's job is to frame the law, right? Is we have to play the game. We have to play the game in the right spirit as laid down by the regulator, right? So the time would result in the regulator coming up with new regulations, and we have to upgrade ourselves is to play the game within that right spirits and right spirits of the regulation.
Thank you very much.
There is a humongous opportunity that lies ahead of all of us. I can simply say what I have achieved in last 25 years. Much bigger is the opportunity for all of us in next 10 years. So let's all be motivated. Let's all work for the.
On this positive note and wonderful words, I would say that thank you very much once again for the time you have given to us. And viewers, I hope that you will definitely enjoy watching this show and will definitely take the words of wisdom shared by Mr. Viksit, which is going to be useful for all of you in your career ahead. All the best. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.